Their skin carried the scent of wet stone and sunlight. Their bodies glistened with a thin layer of humidity, an ancient defense against the dry wind. Every heartbeat seemed to echo through the forest air like a slow drum of survival. Their breath came through wide nostrils, shaped for both scent and instinct. They could smell rain before it fell, and blood before it dried. Their muscles were not sculpted, but built by endless motion, silent strength in function, not display. Their bones were dense and slightly curved, made to absorb shock with every step on uneven ground. Their forearms carried faint scars from generations of hunting shadows. When they moved, air itself seemed to listen. They did not blink often. Their eyes remained fixed and wide, drinking in every flicker of light. They saw movement before shape, pattern before form. Their minds processed rhythm faster than reason. Survival was mathematics of motion. In the fog, they didn't see the world. They felt it vibrating around them. Each step was a conversation with soil. They walked slightly bent, not from weakness, but from ancient memory, as if the earth had taught them humility. Their fingers were thick but precise, able to weave leaves into cords or tear flesh cleanly from bone. Their nails were dull, but their grip unbreakable. When they drank water, they cupped their hands like tools shaped by need. They didn't speak words. Their communication was breath, gesture, and shared rhythm. A tilt of the head replaced a question, and silence meant agreement. Their language existed in the pauses between movement. The youngest among them learned by mirroring breath patterns, not speech. The concept of teaching was replaced by imitation. Their intelligence wasn't bound to ideas, it was bound to survival's geometry. They never named the river, yet they remembered every stone by feel. They carried fire not as a flame, but as a memory of heat. They were never afraid of darkness. It was simply another form of space. When fog covered the forest, they vanished into it without intent, as if they and the air shared one pulse. Their eyes glowed not from reflection, but from constant strain against half-light. Their knees bent slightly inward, creating balance on soft ground. When they slept, they did not dream. They replayed sound patterns of the day to prepare for tomorrow. Their hearts beat slower than ours, conserving strength. They measured distance by breath count, not by vision. Their skin tone shifted through the day, darker in morning heat, lighter in dusk's mist. Their sense of smell was directional, like sonar. Blood, rain, bark, sweat, all formed a living map in their heads. Their minds lacked imagination, but overflowed with memory. They could recall the angle of a broken branch weeks later. They never understood death as ending. It was simply stillness returning to the soil. When they touched a fallen companion, they expected warmth to return for one last heartbeat. They believed the earth listened when they buried the dead. They never prayed, but their movements formed rituals of respect. The leader's eyes always faced east, toward the rising light, a silent code older than language. Their hunger wasn't greed, it was alignment with time. When food was scarce, their bodies slowed, metabolism syncing with the forest's pulse. They felt thunder before they heard it, as tremors in their feet. The world to them wasn't hostile. It was balanced, demanding equality. Their spears were not weapons, but extensions of their breath. They threw by instinct, not aim, yet every strike landed true. The sound of wood against bone became rhythm, not violence. They didn't celebrate kills. They listened to silence after the fall. Their faces were unreadable, yet their eyes softened after survival. When rain came, they did not seek shelter. They stood still, letting nature erase their scent. Their hair absorbed water, dripping like vines. They knew fog by taste, metallic, like stone and leaf mixed. The cold didn't scare them. It clarified sound. Seasons pass. The plains dry again. Hunger returns. But now they have patience, cooperation, and the courage to plan. They follow the scent of herds, study the wind, and move as one. No longer wanderers, they are strategists. The hunt begins at dawn. Spears fly. The earth shakes beneath the hooves of giant bison. Dust turns the air golden. The tribe surrounds their prey with precision born of shared instinct. When the beast finally falls, they do not cheer. They kneel, exhausted, understanding what the kill means. Life, bought by unity. As night descends, the meat roasts above the fire. Flames paint their faces in rhythm with their breathing. The air smells of smoke, sweat, and victory. Children watch as elders carve bones, sparks drifting into the dark. For the first time, they rest not in fear, but in triumph. The fire becomes their sun after sunset, their teacher, their god. Above them, the sky is vast and full of stars. They look up, unblinking. They do not know what they see, but they feel it. Something beyond hunger, beyond fear. A question older than language takes root. Who are we beneath this endless sky? They cannot answer, but their silence is the beginning of understanding. Around the dying fire, they hum softly, a rhythm of life echoing through the night. The sound rises with the wind, drifts through the grass, and joins the stars above. The world listens. The world remembers. When morning comes, the tribe stands together on a rocky ridge. The sun climbs, spilling gold across their faces. They raise their stone weapons high, not in violence, but in reverence. Below them, the valley glows with light, smoke curling gently toward the sky. The world feels vast, yet somehow theirs. They have no language, no cities, no names. But they have fire. They have memory. They have each other. And in that fragile bond, humanity is born.